Welcome to NetInsight. My name is Herolf. I'm head of the R&D department here. We're approximately 90 people, and out of those 90, I would say approximately half of them are working with C++. So C++ is quite important for us. We're also very happy that many of the people that are working here at NetInsight are active in the Stockholm C++ community. So we're very proud sponsors of the Sweden CPP, but of course we do this for completely selfish reasons. We're super happy to see a vibrant and strong C++ community here in Stockholm. That's very much in the interest of our company, but we feel that it's underpinning our company to a very, very large extent. C++ is, I would say, the majority of our software is written in C++. So just a few words about what we're doing. For the majority of the 25 years that NetInsight has been doing business, we have been working with media transport. So when you are watching something live, especially one of the bigger sports like the Olympics or the World Cup in soccer, for instance, I would say the chance is very close to 100% that the signals is passed through our equipment somewhere along the way. So a little crash course in a production then. So we take the signal from left to right. The right is where your eye is, the screen, and the left is where the stadium is. Production is divided into several different steps. The first step is the production step, where you have several different cameras and the audio, and then you have a producer that is sort of creating the broadcast of the production feed. That can be done either on the stadium itself, where you go out with a big OB van and do the production on site, or you take all the raw feeds, all the cameras to a production site. For instance, like the broadcast center here for SVT, if SVT is doing the production. We kind of like the latter, because the more signals that are transported, the happier we are, because the more equipment we can sell, because that is actually what we do. We work with the transport of the video and the audio. When SVT has made their production, then they will distribute it to all the rights holders. So if you have the Olympic Games, for instance, there are dozens of different companies that have bought the rights to show the Olympics. So the next step is called the contribution step, and that's when you send the sort of complete production to the different rights holders. And once they have received the signal, they put their little watermark up, or it says SVT, or where it says NRK, or whatever sort of broadcaster they have, and they put on their own commentary. And then you're in the final step, which is the distribution step, when you send like the SVT and the companies that are sort of distributing the SVT to the end users when they're sending out the signals. And our equipment is basically part of all of these different steps, perhaps a little more in the beginning than the end. But we're building, like the boxes that you have up there in the left, that's one of our products, that's one of our most recent products. So what you do there is that you plug in all the video signals, and we do different kinds of compression, we do protection of the signal, and then we sort of adapt it for the wide area network transport. And then we transport it all the way, hopefully all the way to your eye. And sometimes we are involved in all the different steps, so it has passed our equipment along all the path from the left to right. If we look at what we do there, it's the majority of the data plane in that box is built with FPGAs, but almost all of the control plane is built in software and written in C++. So all the algorithms that calculates the switch fabrics, all the protocols, communication, configuration, and performance management, all that is written in C++. We also have other products. We have products that are built on COTS hardware. So it's a PC basically, where we have software written in C++, also for some parts of the distribution. And we have a cloud product where the data plane is written in C++ as well. So C++ is a really, really big part of our products. So media transport is the majority of the sort of the lifetime of the company we're working with that. But now we have a new business as well, and that is distribution of time. So distribution of time, why does that make sense? Well, the majority, or the big thing that has happened now is for 5G, that is up there in the right, the new generation of telecom has very, very high requirements on time. And sorry, I jumped one step too far. So the requirement is that each transmitter needs to get a signal that has an offset of less than 1 microsecond, and that is a very, very short time. It's the time it takes light to propagate. Sorry, the time it takes light to propagate 200 meters. So the accuracy requirements are extremely high, and there are different ways of achieving that sort of precision, and one is of course to put GPSs everywhere, but that is quite sensitive if you have critical networks like telecoms is, because you don't control the source, and also it's quite sensitive to disturbances. So what we're achieving there is pretty similar to what we did on the last page, where we sort of transported video from the left to the right there. We're transporting time in this case from a central part of the network out to all the transmitters. So this is actually something that we are working with now, and something that we're bringing to the market, and it's quite a big step for us. It's a completely new market. So NetInsight right now is working on 2 different things. We're working on media, and we are working on time distribution. So finally, I'm going to keep this short. If you want to know more, please talk to our developers. You can recognize them. They hopefully have the NetInsight logo here. So if you see them around, we have different stations here. So in the break, if you're interested and curious, please come and talk to us, and we will talk more about what we're doing. Really, really great to have you all here. And now I will leave the word to, I think it was Björn. Super. Thank you very much.